What cash crop did the settlers of Virginia grow that made them lots of money? Tobacco. Puritans wanted to reform the church in England. Separatists wanted to break away from the church. What was the Jamestown nightmare, and what were the contributing factors to it? It began with the colonists neglected the lesser tasks such as gathering food and wood for winter to look for gold. When winter actually came, they were largely unprepared, and as a result a majority of the settlers died. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Jefferson. Why were the British soldiers vulnerable to guerrilla tactics during the American Revolution? Because of General Cornwallis's tactics, their movements were predictable. What groups were involved in the American Revolution? America, France, Great Britain, Germany. What action did Chief Metacom take in order to try to halt the white Europeans' expansion? He united all the Native Americans in King Philip's War to preserve their land. Since George Washington was not able to win a decisive victory in the early part of the American Revolution, what were some of his accomplishments during this time? He never won a decisive victory but never lost. What is the name of the treaty that ended the American Revolution? The Treaty of Paris. Which British general was defeated and surrendered at Yorktown? Cornwallis. British. They had a well-trained, well-supplied army and navy. They were a wealthy nation and had a strong central government. Colonials. They knew the land had motivation to fight for rights and freedoms, had good decisions by generals. Had a French alliance providing support. They knew that if they had time, what is the maximum number of years that the Constitution will allow any one president to serve? 4 years. Know what official is the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces? The President. Be able to identify the order of succession that is outlined in the Presidential Succession Act of 1947. Vice President, Speaker of the House, President pro tempore of the Senate, Secretary of State, Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary of Defense, Attorney General. When does the Constitution say Election Day will be? The Tuesday following the first Monday in November in the year the President's term is to expire. Be able to define propaganda. Ideas or information used to influence public opinion. What is the constitutional role of the Vice President? The Vice President shall replace the President in cases where he is not able to execute the duties of the office due to illness, resignation or death. He shall vote to break any ties in the Senate. When can the Vice President cast a vote in the Senate? In the event of a tie in the Senate, the Vice President may break it. What group of people officially elects the President of the United States? The citizens. What freedoms does the First Amendment guarantee? The First Amendment grants the freedoms of religion, speech, press, and assembly, freedoms to do something, and protection from government intrusion. How many total votes are in the Electoral College? 538. How many votes does Georgia currently have? 16. How many votes are needed by a candidate in order to win the presidency? 270. Identify the 3 constitutional requirements in order to be eligible to be elected president. Must be a citizen of the United States, must be at least 35, must have lived in the United States for 14 years. Be able to identify a capital good. Manufactured good used to produce a final good. What motivates people to work hard and succeed in a capitalist system? Profit motive. What are the advantages of a free market system? Limited government, private property issues, wide variety of choices and products. Karl Marx, founder of revolutionary socialism and communism. Adam Smith explained the working of the free market within capitalist economies. What are the 3 major economic questions that each society must answer? What, how, for. A nation with a command economy. North Korea. A nation with a free market, mixed economy. USA. A group of people with a traditional economy. Third world countries. Identify examples that we discussed that illustrate the fall of communism. China reforms, fall of the Berlin Wall, collapse of the Soviet Union. What are the advantages of a command economy? Everyone has a job.